Welcome again to the second topic, the second subsection of communication with children, the parenting tip. So, now this is the most important for a lot of parents. Like, I would not say this is really important, but this is important for the majority of you all, probably because we have given so much of importance to academics, and we feel that we got to speak to children about academics only. And this is one of the major content of our communication with children. And I fail to understand that the child is just not born for academic achievements, right? The child is just not born to get you or get himself the medals and accolades and awards for his excellence or achievements, etc. So yes, people who know me might be thinking that okay, she says this because probably she hasn't really got many of awards, and probably she doesn't. She didn't have children who were achievers. Yes, that's true. I don't. My children haven't really been like an award winning, in the award winning category, and honestly, I haven't pushed them. So when I've pushed my first one till the age of 6, 7 something, I really have had bad results of that, and I didn't realize what I was doing. So, like every other parent, I was also into this rat race. I was also into this race that, oh my god, so I need validation for being a great parent if my child achieves. So if my child doesn't bring me the marks or awards or whatever, somewhere me as a mother, somewhere me as a parent fails. So it's more for me, it's more for validation, me giving validation to myself that I'm a great parent. I would want my child to achieve. And this was the subconscious thought. When I realized it, my child had already suffered. So I had already caused damage, substantial damage to my child. And I'm smiling right now, but trust me that those days were not very nice. And I've still, till date, I'm not able to completely forgive myself on this because I don't think I have done a right job by pushing my child way too hard. Now, why am I so relaxed and why am I so chilled out about this whole thing? Because I have seen both the sides. So when I left my child to do things on her own, and is observing that she is also equally worried. See, she might not have that enthusiasm and says that competitiveness to be like in top 5 or top 3, but she also wanted to decently have her place in the society. She wanted to decently score because when she goes interacting with her friends, when she has to talk to people, it's somewhere she was also concerned. It's her image that she's also bothered. So children do have this understanding sooner or later, depending differently for different child. But children do want to do that, but you just make them, give them that space to let them understand that. What we do is we just don't let them think. We are not giving them any breathing space. We are just bombarding them with our expectations by probably pushing them in a different way, by motivating them in a different way. But the underneath feeling is that we want our children to achieve. So we are just pushing them till a point wherein some children really crack it and some children just give it up badly. So it's not that I'm not asking you all to motivate your children. It's not that I'm asking you all to not give importance to academics. That's very important. But how? So I'm sorry. I think I spent a lot of time in only explaining this background of the communication. But yes, let's go on to communication. So basically, when your child starts going to the schools, the first thing you mothers usually ask is, did you eat well? And the second thing is, what did you do in school? So these are the only two important questions. We do not bother about anything else. So probably your child has really eaten well because you've given good breakfast, or your child knows that it's a discipline of the house. Your child has to eat well, and the child's completing the notes, doing fairly well. So child says, okay, these two areas are covered, mom's happy, I'm happy. But as the child grows, There are so many things that happens in child's life at school. The child is bullied, the child is being ashamed, the child is being feeling embarrassed. There is something the child is like, emotionally breaking down at some point. We are not bothered. Parents are not bothered. So till these things really surface, parents feel everything is just perfect in my child's life. We want to assume that because we do not want to take the responsibility of making them emotionally independent and stronger. We feel having an academic strong background and having this academically strong base is going to lift up our child from all possible problems. Unfortunately, that's not the truth. That is really not the truth. So, academic communication should be limited to: have you understood? Are you enjoying it? Check on the child's concepts. If you are unable to, like say there are certain subjects or certain topics, I myself I cannot I'm not able to gauge it well. So maybe you can ask your spouse or somebody else in the family to make sure, just randomly, without making your child be into that interrogative scenario, just casually analyze if your child's understood the concept. Then get worried and try clearing the concepts. Do not pressure your child in scoring marks. Most of the children do not score marks because they do not understand the concept. Most of the children do not score marks because they do not like the teacher. Most of the children do not score marks because they do not like the method in which they are taught. So these are so many different factors. It's just not about the subject. So asking them about those things, inquiring about those aspects is equally important. Like say if you know math, like of course math has been one of the most stressful things in my life, because right from my life to my children's life, this has always been a most stressful subject. So I don't see, we all have given like a lot of importance to maths, not only because it's very important, because it really makes one feel intelligent, like naturally. It actually shoots up your marks if you're good at maths. And people like me who are like really bad in maths, they have faced huge issues with maths. So have my children. So I have really not understood maths, and it depends so much on how you are taught. So it's not very natural for everybody to be interested in maths. So for people like us, there have to be like a lot of innovative techniques, and a real good teacher is required to make their concepts clear when math. Similarly, when languages are concerned, even that needs a very different approach. So to end the talk, have this in mind. Basically, academic communication need be: have you understood? Did you enjoy? How's the teacher? So what do you like about her? If your child's concepts are not clear, try working on the concept, then the marks. If you think marks are important at a competitive level, start talking to your child about how important it is to compete and come to a certain level. Don't pressure your child. Don't put your child under the stress. And most important, please do not make your communications in such a manner that it should come as a message to your child. So your child definitely should not get a message that I will not be loved or I am not loved if I am not able to score. This is where most of your communication goes wrong, and the child takes your entire intention of scoring marks in the wrong way, and then something untoward happens, something deadly happens. So let's not get into that negative kind of communication when academic is concerned. Take a little awareness, take a little while to understand, to frame what you're talking, how you're talking, what is the message that has been given to the child, and the child will definitely take it in a nicer way. So hope that you like the session. So I really need feedback on this, because this is like really very sensitive and very important topic. So let me know if I was able to deliver the message well, and if you have any further questions, I will be more than happy to answer. Please like, share, subscribe and comment. Thank you.